It's hard living this life.
No, it really is. So I just got a text from my wife. She's it's a text to me and her mom. She said, I'm divorcing Jaceel, Mom. A blog has accused him of cheating on me.
Oh.
So I'm done. Like, that's what I'm dealing with in real life. Like, in real life, see what it says? Yep, the girl who used to work for him. So this is what I'm really dealing with. And that's I'm going to be as transparent as I could be, because this is what happens when you play like this. You play on people's lives. You play on whatever they may be dealing with, and they have to deal with real circumstances. So this is what I'm dealing with this morning. Yeah.
Y'all, this situation right here is a whole mess. Kendra Robinson stood by Young Jock, defended him when people called him a player, and even walked down the aisle believing she was marrying a changed man. But now, the truth is hitting hard. Turns out right before the wedding, Jock wasn't just reminiscing about his past with Karlie Red, he was allegedly spending time with her too, and not in a just friends kind of way. Now, Kendra was blindsided, but the way she found out, baby, it wasn't pretty. From anonymous DMs to leaked messages and even hotel footage, the receipts started stacking up fast. And let's be real, Jock has a history. We've seen him in love triangles before, but this might be the one that costs him everything. Kendra isn't the type to sit back and take disrespect, and best believe she's coming with facts. So, how did she react when the truth hit? And more importantly, what did Jock have to say for himself? Let's get into it.
Well, you know, Jaceel and I have been in this for a real long time. So, you know, and it's a lot of stuff like you guys are seeing this season where, you know, the whole world wasn't privy to, you know, some of the stuff that Jaceel and I was going through, like, or the times we separated or that we were broke up, even while we were engaged or even while I was still wearing my ring. You know, we had moments where it just was like not happening. But, you know, and things happened during those times when we weren't together.
Now, let's keep it real. Kendra Robinson and Young Jock's relationship was never a fairy tale. From the start, people had doubts. Kendra is a high-powered lawyer, a woman with her career locked down, while Jock, well, let's just say he had a history of messy entanglements and more baby mama drama than anyone could count. But somehow, against all odds, they made it work, or at least that's what we thought. Back in November 2021, they made it official, exchanging vows in a grand wedding, and through it all, Kendra was his biggest defender. No matter what the blog said, no matter how many side-eye comments people threw her way, she stood by her man. She insisted that Jock had changed, that the old playboy ways were behind him, and for a while it seemed like she really believed it. But while Kendra was picking out wedding dresses and planning her future, Jock, baby, he was allegedly planning something else, and let's just say it wasn't a honeymoon with his new wife, because word on the street is Jock was still messing around with Karlie Red. Now, if you've been keeping up, you already know Jock and Karlie's history is straight up toxic. They've had breakups, makeups, and public blowups for years, and Karlie, she never really let Jock go. So if these new claims are true, then Karlie wasn't just his ex, she was the side chick right up until he said I do. And Kendra is not letting this slide. Now, this is where things take a turn, because Kendra didn't just hear rumors, she got hit with cold, hard receipts. Sources say it all started with a mysterious DM. At first, it seemed like just another troll trying to stir up drama, but when Kendra opened it, whoo, it was a full-blown expose. We're talking screenshots, text messages, and even security footage. And the worst part, it allegedly showed Jock and Karlie entering the same hotel room just weeks before the wedding. Imagine that. Kendra is out here preparing for the biggest day of her life, and meanwhile, Jock is allegedly creeping around with his ex. The disrespect is loud. Now, Kendra isn't the type to sit back and pretend everything's fine. She confronted Jock immediately, and what does he do? He hits her with the classic, "It's not what it looks like." Sir, what else could it be? Because nobody is believing that Jock walked into a hotel room with Karlie for Bible study. But here's where it gets even worse. Instead of owning up to his mess, Jock tried to flip the script on Kendra, as if she was the one in the wrong. And y'all, you already know Kendra was not about to let that slide.
I'm gonna do. Because as a man, guess what? I got to stand on mine too.
Yeah,
Because guess what? Let me tell you something. I didn't go to college. Guess what?
Fine.
I want my kids to go to college. So we can say that right
good.
now. I don't want them to go that direction. I want them to go to college. I can say that with you too. Right. But don't sit here in front of the world, in front of a medium, and say, "Oh, I wouldn't want my son or your sons to be like you." Hold on. No, we got you gonna put some respect on my name, because at the end of the day, I'm successful. I take care of my kids. Okay. Ain't none of my kids out here in dire need of love and support. Okay. So we ain't gonna do that, okay? Because I don't appreciate that. Because there's some things about you that I could say I wouldn't want my daughters to do.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna do that. I respect you and I love you enough.
I want this magazine to know
I
what
respect
it is about
integrity.
Me. You don't want your daughters.
I'm not gonna do that.
Like,
I'm not gonna do that.
Be my guest.
I'm not gonna
be slighted, honey.
I'm not gonna do that. That's where we have to draw the line.
Okay. Now let's talk about Jock's next move. Because instead of owning up to his mess, he tried to gaslight Kendra like she was the one losing her mind. First, he hit her with the classic, "You're overreacting, babe. People are just trying to ruin what we have. Sir, how are you the victim here? You weren't the one blindsided with proof that your spouse was creeping weeks before the wedding." But that's the thing about serial cheaters. They always try to flip the script. Jock thought if he downplayed everything, Kendra would question herself, maybe even start thinking, am I really blowing this out of proportion? But what Jock failed to realize is that Kendra isn't just any woman, she's a whole lawyer. And lawyers, baby, they are trained to spot lies, break down inconsistencies, and expose the truth with facts. So when Jock tried to hit her with the "it's not what it looks like" defense, Kendra shut that all the way down. She looked him dead in the eye and said, "So you're telling me the text messages, phone logs, and a whole hotel security tape are all lying?" At that moment, Jock had nothing to say, no quick excuse, no way out, because when the evidence is stacked that high, you can't gaslight your way through it. Now at this point, Kendra had a choice. Stay and let this man make her look like a fool, or walk away with her dignity, and baby, she chose peace. Kendra wasn't about to sit around and play house with a man who disrespected her on this level. And she didn't just walk away, she moved strategically. The first thing she did, she got in contact with divorce lawyers immediately. She wasn't about to waste another second in this marriage. But here's where it gets even more interesting. There was no prenup. Now let's break that down. Jock might be out here playing games, but legally, he just lost big time. Because Georgia is a state that believes in alimony, and with no prenup in place, Kendra is coming for her fair share of everything. Jock's nightclub earnings, his radio show money, his reality TV checks. She stood by this man, defended him in public, and now she's about to hit him where it hurts, his pockets. Meanwhile, Jock is spiraling. He thought Kendra would just be mad for a minute, cool off, and come back, but when he realized she was done for real, he went into full panic mode. He started blowing up her phone, leaving desperate voicemails, even showing up at her job. But Kendra wasn't moved. She's not crying, she's not second guessing, and she's definitely not answering his calls. And just when Jock thought things couldn't get any worse, Karlie Red decided to open her mouth. And baby, she made it 10 times worse.
No. Right. Karlie!
Oh, wow.
You threw your phone.
Wait,
yes,
wait.
Give me the phone. Give me the phone. Can you throw her phone in the grass?
I might.
Please.
But listen,
Please.
tell buddy with the cheap ass jewelry to buy you another one. You go get your phone. We holler at you.
You mother. You're gonna beat this
Later.
Now, if you thought this situation couldn't get any messier, Karlie Red said, "Hold my drink." Sis went live on Instagram claiming she was about to clear things up. But let's be real, when does Karlie ever clear things up? She lives for the drama. And instead of making things better for Jock, she exposed him even more. First bombshell, Karlie claimed Jock told her that Kendra already knew about their situation. So wait, Kendra knew? That's what Karlie is trying to say. But here's the kicker. She also claimed Jock told her he never planned on marrying Kendra in the first place. Now hold on, because if that's true, that means Jock played Kendra for months, maybe even years, making her think she was the only one while keeping Karlie on the side, and he still went through with the wedding? But baby, that's not even the worst part. Karlie threw out a little hint that Kendra wasn't the only side chick. And when I tell you the internet lost it, Jock, sir, how many were there? You got caught with Karlie, and now At this point, this man had more side chicks than a buffet. Kendra is fuming, Jock is scrambling, and Karlie, she's stirring the pot like her life depends on it. But guess what? This story is far from over, because just when we thought we heard it all, another woman enters the chat. Just when the internet was catching its breath, another woman came forward claiming she was also involved with Jock, and at this point, Jock's reputation is in the gutter. Social media went wild. Reaction videos popped up everywhere. Even fans were chiming in, dragging Jock for filth. A person commented saying, "Jock really thought he could keep this hidden? Kendra is a whole lawyer, sir. She was gonna find out eventually." Another one added, "Karlie knew exactly what she was doing. She wasn't gonna let Jock walk away clean. Not after all these years. This man went from being a player to being played by his own lies. And when the heat got too much, Jock finally decided to speak. He released a statement claiming he was clearing his name. But let's be real, nobody was buying it. Fans dissected every second of his response, and it was not looking good. The pauses, the stuttering, the way he kept looking away. Baby, it was giving caught in the act. So what's next? Is Jock about to lose everything? Is Karlie about to drop even more receipts? And most importantly, will Kendra get the revenge she deserves?
I don't have to get no explanations to no goddamn body. If you understand, you understand.
Nah, what are you talking about? Like,
that's
how
what it is.
insensitive is that? You
That's
so
not
goddamn
insensitive.
big-headed and arrogant. You around here creating babies all over the globe, dropping them off household to household.
All
and
over
you
the globe? What are you
ignorant
talking
enough to not actually be able to tell my mama, tell my brother. You should answer them.
I will talk to whoever when I'm ready.
So this whole situation is like a real-life soap opera. Jock really thought he could run game on Kendra, but now everything is crumbling right in front of him. Kendra's not playing games, she's making sure Jock pays for his betrayal. Karlie keeps dropping bombs and it looks like she's far from done. And now there's a new woman stepping forward. And trust me, this ain't even the worst of it, because word on the street is there's more tea brewing and it's about to spill very soon. So make sure you stay locked in, hit that subscribe button, and turn on those notifications because baby part 2 is about to be even messier.